What if a single penny could turn into millions over time? Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But the magic of compounding makes it possible. Now you might be wondering, what is compounding? Well, in the simplest of terms, compounding is the process where the value of an investment increases because the earnings on that investment, be it capital gains or interest, start earning interest themselves over time. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more snow and getting bigger with each roll. This is the essence of the famous saying, money makes money. With compounding, your money works for you, multiplying itself and creating a cycle of growth that can lead to significant wealth accumulation. So how does this money-making money concept work in real life? Let's dive into a story to illustrate this. Once upon a time, there was a wise man who understood the power of compounding. In a quaint little town, this savvy individual had a small sum of money. He could have easily spent it on momentary pleasures, but instead, he chose to invest it in a promising local business. He saw potential where others saw risk. This was not a gamble, it was a calculated decision. The business flourished and soon started generating profits. Now, the wise man had another choice to make. He could have pocketed the profits, but he remembered the power of compounding. So, he reinvested the profits back into the business. Over time, his wealth began to grow, not just in a straight line, but exponentially. As months turned into years, the wise man's wealth continued to multiply. This wasn't magic, nor was it a stroke of extraordinary luck. It was the power of compounding at work. Each reinvestment was like a seed, growing into a tree and bearing fruits of its own. And each of these fruits, when replanted, grew into another tree. This cycle of growth continued, creating a veritable forest from a single seed. The principle of compounding, as demonstrated by our wise man, is a simple yet powerful financial tool. It leverages time and patience to create substantial financial growth. You see, the secret of compounding lies not in making instant gains, but in the accumulation of wealth over time. It's about letting your money work for you while you sit back and watch your forest grow. The story of this wise man is not a fairy tale. It's a real-world example of how anyone can grow their wealth, regardless of how much they start with. All it takes is a little bit of patience, a dash of courage, and a firm understanding of the power of compounding. And so, the wise man's humble initial investment blossomed into a fortune, all thanks to the power of compounding. The story of the wise man beautifully illustrates the power of compounding, but what are the key takeaways here? The first and foremost point to note about the power of compounding is the importance of starting early. This is not just about getting a head start, but about giving your investments the maximum amount of time to grow. The earlier you start, the longer your money has to compound and exponentially increase. This magic happens due to the snowball effect, where your gains start to earn their own gains. Next, we must emphasize the virtue of patience. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your wealth be. Compounding isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-slow process. You need to give your investments time to mature. Over time, the compounded returns can grow to a sizable amount, even if the initial investment was quite small. Let's not forget the significance of regularly investing. It's like fuel for the compounding engine. Regular investments, no matter how small, can significantly boost the power of compounding. It's not about how much you invest, but how consistently you do it. Moreover, it's crucial to understand that compounding is more about time than money. It's not always about investing large sums. Even small amounts, given enough time, can grow significantly. To put it simply, a small snowball rolling down a long hill has the potential to become a massive snowball by the time it reaches the bottom. Finally, compounding works best when you reinvest the earnings rather than spending them. The more you reinvest, the more your money can work for you. It's like a cycle that feeds on itself. The more you put in, the more you get out. Remember, the power of compounding is the secret to building wealth over time. Start early, be patient, and watch your wealth grow. This isn't just a financial principle, it's a life principle. It's about understanding the potential of small, consistent actions over time. It's about realizing that patience and time can turn even the smallest investments into a mountain of wealth. So, harness the power of compounding and let it work its magic on your financial journey. So, isn't it fascinating how a small sum, compounded over time, can lead to enormous wealth? We've seen how compounding works, transforming modest sums into vast fortunes. This isn't a secret, but a simple principle of finance. The magic lies in patience, persistence, and starting early. Even a humble start can lead to great wealth given enough time. Harness the power of compounding today, and you too, like our wise man, can turn a humble investment into a fortune. The power to grow your wealth is in your hands.